With Master Duel's latest update, Sword Soul has been the talk of the town, and for good reason. But did you know there's another deck that got some recent support and has been making a little splash here in the meta? What deck am I talking about? I'm talking about Despia. If you are a cultured individual who, dare I say, likes to watch the world burn, you are going to really love this deck. Since one of the biggest pros of this deck is that your opponent can just lose by simply playing the game. Of course, it isn't all sunshine and rainbows over here. This deck definitely has its flaws, like going second. Yeah, like what am I supposed to do here? But any TCG player will tell you Despia will only get stronger as time goes on. And let me just say, us cultured individuals will be ready when that time finally arrives in Master Duel. But for now, let us see how well Despia can do in the current meta for Master Duel. Not gonna cap to you, this opening hand is really not too great, but you know what? Let's see if this guy has an Ash Blossom. Oh, his field does light up. But let me see. I'm going to activate Branded Opening. Branded Opening will send Tragedy. Upon sending Tragedy, this will search for our main monster. There is the Ash Blossom, but hey, bro, I already predicted this. Either way, I still get my normal summon off because one thing about this deck is that you really like fusion summoning a lot. That's like the whole point of it. Well, duh. But the main thing is that one of the cards that you really want is actually our Jester. Jester is insane. It's our main starter, and it's the way how we go through all of our plays pretty much. But we can get back Masquerade. Masquerade will summon, and then we can add something here. We could actually special summon out a monster if we wanted to, and go into a level 2, activate it, and then, you know, keep it pushing. But I don't know if I want to do that necessarily. I think for right now, I'll keep the level 8 in the graveyard just because he actually is like a monster reborn, but specifically for our level 8 fusions. If you're playing this deck, turn your toggle on, and in the draw phase, you're going to flip up Branded in red, and we're going to fusion summon another Masquerade onto the field. You can special summon something else onto the field if you want to. I think just having multiple Masquerades is really good because this kind of forces them to have to get past these guys. Because if they don't, then it's going to be really bad. As you see here, we're able to draw any card that we want to and put it in our hand, which for this, we may actually just draw another Jester, but it's also very good to, you know, get Dramaturge too. But this is our main boss monster, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon. Anytime this guy activates an effect, he's going to be dealt some major damage. I'm talking about 1200 damage per tick. As you see here, 600 life points that are being deducted every single time he activates an effect. Wait, do I want to Ash Blossom this so he doesn't get the search off? I think I will. Yep, you know what? I'm going to. More than likely, he does have a worm monster in his hand, but this will force him to definitely start popping pretty much everything if he wants to do literally anything. As you see here, summoning a Shuna onto the field. He's going to be trying to get out his Grandmaster some way, but let me just say, if your life points go below 1200 before you can activate the effects that you want to activate on the turn, Master Duel will lock you out of it. You can no longer do it because if you do, you lose. As you see here, he's thinking about it. He doesn't exactly know. He didn't even activate an effect. He's going into Anaconda. He's activating Anaconda's effect. This is going to be more life than he wanted. It's going to deduct by 1200. Oh my goodness. Fusion Destiny. He's done. He can't even activate DPE in this situation. He only has 1200 life left. He can get over. He can definitely get over my monsters, but he cannot activate the effect. As you see here, he's popping the effect, and he's going to try to get rid of it. But do y'all remember the Branded Opening that we have? We can protect our monster from destruction. And then with that being said, we can now special summon back out Masquerade the Blazing Dragon because as long as your opponent controls any type of fusion or pretty much any extra deck monster or ritual monster, you can special summon Masquerade back from the field. And look at this. This is looking pretty deadly. There's a few ways that we can go with this, a few things that we can do, but we're going to go with it the best way I know how to. As you see here, Dramaturge can just end it all right here and there, opens up the field, and the only thing that's left is to end the game. Oh no. We drew one of the bricks for our freaking DPE. That sucks. The only thing we can do is end our turn, but this is going to show one of the biggest weaknesses of the deck is the fact that it does brick quite a bit since we kind of need at least what? Most of our combos are 2-card combos, which really sucks at the current state of the game because we're missing out on so much support for this deck type. But it's still pretty good. You know, you go turn 1 and you pretty much win the game most of the time, unless they have like Forbidden Droplet or something. Okay, if I had Ash Blossom here, I would Ash because he banished 6. That makes me believe this guy had a terrible, and I mean a terrible hand, and he's playing dinos. We're gonna activate Max C here, chain it to his Miscellaneous Source, and hopefully we'll be okay, because he's gonna start special summoning, he's gonna start doing crazy stuff. We do have Nibiru either way though. There's our first draw. Branded in red again? Bro, what the? We only run 2 and we drew both of them? There's another summon there. We do have our Ash Blossom. We're actually gonna Ash his dino because this allows him to search. One thing I do know about this is that he does have his double evolution pill, which is kind of something that I'm scared of. Because like I was saying, I really don't want to use my Nibiru until he uses double evolution pill. Oh, wait, maybe I should use it a little bit sooner. We got Scrap Wyvern coming out. Okay, okay. I just never realized what he's doing. I think he's going to summon Avian. He just changed this guy to a wing beast. Wait, is that what he's doing? There's the super evolution pill that I was looking for. And on the summon of this, he's going to be summoning the level 10 monster, if I'm not mistaken, or the dino, this guy, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. What card is activated in the graveyard? He's going to special summon it. I want him to special summon it. I do want him to special summon. There's the special summon right there, and we are nibbing right here. We're going to put Nib in defense position just to kind of protect us because these guys actually are unaffected by Nib, which maybe I should have did that sooner, but it's fine. I still actually think we're in a really good position to win. Unless he can get out more dinos, which he might be able to, then he may be able to run me over completely. There's going to be some damage here, but I think we'll be able to survive pretty easily because he did use Pot of Peace, so I think that's like half damage for us at the moment. We have a lot of plays though, as you can tell. We literally drew all of our branded openings, all branded in reds. When another monster effect is activated, you attach one material and you can negate it. And if you do, destroy that monster. So this is going to be a very interesting way to kind of handle all this. But first things first, let's see if you have an Ash Blossom. We're going to activate Patchwork here and draw into one of our Imp Chains if possible. And then there is the first Ash that was out. That's what I was baiting out. With this, I could actually get rid of something, which I think I will. I think I want to activate Branded Opening, get rid of our Malicious, and then I'm going to special summon out, I think, a Jester. That way he has to pop this quick effect right now. Oh, this ain't even once per turn. We're going to activate Despia's Theater. We're going to get out our Masquerade, summon him onto the field. We're also going to summon out Dramaturge. He could negate this here, which if he does, that's perfectly fine. He's actually going to let it go through, which is quite surprising. I guess not too surprising, but Tyranno is something that I have to deal with. I think I can Polymerization into DPE and move it from that point forward. So let's go into DPE. Now we have done, what, 1, 2, 3 summons? We're going to activate the effect of Dramaturge. Dramaturge is going to negate Tyranno. And with this, he has to now chain Dolka to it. Now I'm going to activate DPE. And now this guy, Ultimate Conductor, must do something. Oh, wait. He can do this multiple times per chain? What? You know what? Let's brand it in red here, because I think I have an idea. We're going to use Dramaturge, and I'm going to get rid of Masquerade, which may seem a little bit stupid, which it might be, but I think I need Drago more than anything right now. He's summoned... Oh my god, he's trying to flip the script on us, but no, sir, this is why I brought out Drago. I'm negating you. I don't think this guy has Nib, which is pretty good. That would be pretty bad if he did. This boy's trying it again. Don't you know you can't do that around here, Chief? You can't. Oh yeah, I actually can't use Brendan in red because I have no Jester or anything in the graveyard that I can actually grab. Also, I didn't even set my Call by the Grave. What am I doing? We're going to activate Destiny Hero here, and we're going to destroy his Scrap Golem right then and there. And hopefully that would prevent him from doing anything too crazy this turn. In phase, ladies and gentlemen, did we just beat the dinos? Is this really the end of the dinos? Dare I say, ladies and gentlemen, that's a GG. So yeah, that was Despia currently in the meta. That was in like Plat 2, Plat 1, by the way. So it wasn't like in Diamond, but I haven't had enough time yet to actually play the game to get to Diamond. This deck is really fun to play, but I'm just going to tell you guys straight up is that if you're going second, this deck really struggles. It's definitely a really strong turn 1 deck, but past that point, going turn 2, you're going to start seeing a little bit of issues there, especially because one of your main outs to a lot of the monsters that you're going to be facing is using Super Poly. And let's just say a lot of the times you don't even draw Super Poly. You have 2 of them in the deck, but you never see them. Some general tips to give you guys. Jester is the start of everything. If you have this man on the field, he's able to search any branded spell and trap, and pretty much you use him, search for either a fusion spell or search for your field spell, and you should be golden. Or you can also search for your branded opening. After that, the other Despias are also really good, like Dramaturge for an example. Anytime this card is used as a fusion material, you can special summon it back onto the field, which is really nice since it's a 3000 attack monster. And anytime a fusion, synchro, exceed, or link monster is summoned, Dramaturge can just negate it and be like, nope, you can't play the game at all. Ad libitum of Despia. This guy just recently came out, and he's also pretty good. Anytime that you use him as a fusion material, you get to special summon out one of your level 8 or higher Despia or fusion monsters, which is really great because let's say your Despia monster gets to the graveyard or it gets banished, like for example DPE, since it is a level 8 fusion. One of the main counters of DPE is of course Called by the Grave, but if you fuse with the boy over here, he can bring back DPE for you, which is insane. That's pretty much it for the main deck. Everything else here is just to give more, fusion presence. As for the main boss monsters, you guys saw him a lot. Masquerade, the Blazing Dragon. I think this guy is a monster that you always want to fusion summon turn 1 if you can. Just for the simple burn procs and everything else, it's insane. And especially, let's say if they make it past the turn 1 and they weren't able to deal with the Masquerade, or if they were able to deal with it and you sent it to the graveyard, you can special summon it back in the end phase and then have it on the field. And let's say you have another level 8 on the field. That way you can go into your Exceed, which is Lubian, and then once you use Draglubian's effect, you can, of course, special summon out Numeron Dragon, and then use Numeron Dragon's effect, detach number 92 from it, and just get tons and tons of attack. We do have some other boss monsters, of course. DPE needs no introduction. And then the boy Quay. I like him. He's okay. He's alright, but I definitely feel like that Masquerade, the current format, is just a tiny bit better. But there is a lot of follow-up you can do with Quay if he does get destroyed or leaves the field by any means. As for everything else in the extra deck, it's either super poly fusion monsters like Starting Venom Fusion Dragon, or just stuff to help us. Like Anima, I'm gonna be honest with you, I never am able to use Anima's effect too much. It does come in handy at times, but literally Anima's just there in case like you accidentally draw like turn 1 tragedy. But yeah, that is Despia for you. And that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you all for coming out. It's been your boy OP. If you're new to the channel, hey man, stick around, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna definitely be posting some more Yu-Gi-Oh content in the near future, so highly recommend if you enjoyed this video, stick around for those videos too. Also, talking about those videos, these videos that are popping up on your screen right now, highly entertaining Yu-Gi-Oh content. I highly recommend that you go check them out. Either way though, fam, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you all again, and last but not least, don't forget to drink water.